Ladies and gentlemen, Side Strafe here with some Red Orchestra 2, and it has definitely been a while since I've picked this game up. Lots of you have been asking me to check it out, not realizing that I have actually already created some videos for it. But I stopped playing mostly because there aren't that many realism or classic servers running. Those that are, typically they're full or sometimes filled with bots, and you know, browsing servers for 30 minutes or more is not my idea of a good time, and that's mostly what happened. So it really had nothing to do with the game being bad or anything like that. It really is a great title. It of course had some bugs and flaws, balance issues, performance problems, you know, that it launched with. Trying to get down here. They resolved a lot of those problems over time, and it seems to be alright, but again, just generally, when you give players choice to play unrealistic modes, that's what they're going to choose, because most of those gamers outnumber the rest of us that want a slower paced or more tactical gameplay. So that's pretty much the reason I stopped playing, and I just felt like today that I would just jump in and see what's going on. I know there's been quite a few patches and changes and things like that. I know that they released the tool set for players to be able to create their own content and whatnot on Steam, so that's nice. Getting shot at here, just trying to run forward a little bit. So let's kind of get back to just focusing on this match. Mostly forgotten most everything about the game, so we're just gonna try to crawl up over this hill and see if we can acquire targets. We'll see how this goes. And somebody chatting at me already, much appreciated, but for the time being I'm gonna just focus on not dying, although that's bound to happen. Let's see if we can grab a target here. There we go. That is one down. First kill of the day. And it is nice knowing that you can just come in and drop somebody with a single bullet. Very satisfying. And that's why I like games like this. Oh snap, man down right next to me, which means that I'm probably next. Let's try to get behind some cover here. Taking a look at the map, you can see what we're doing here and where we're positioned. Working on taking out some of the enemy on the high flanks. Not familiar with this map, but I believe this was a player created level. Just kind of sitting still, looking for movement. I believe this is also only a 32-player server. Game does support 64, but the other one that was 64 was, of course, full, and that kind of goes back to the problem I always run into when you're looking for realism or classic mode. They're either full or empty, or there are bots, and I absolutely can't stand when a game adds bots to make up for players. I do not like fighting bots at all. I wish they wouldn't do that, because that really doesn't help much. If I want to fight AI, I'm just going to go into a single player mode. So there is that. Lost. Oh! Right in the face. That was bound to happen. So let's see if we can spawn on some friendlies here, perhaps. Okay. We'll take a look at the map in a second here. Just want to maintain some cover. And okay, we're coming in from the right flank, it seems. They've apparently acquired some targets. I might need to remap a few of my controls. They're moving up. Alright, let's do the same. Get to the building cover. move in. Now we've got some close quarter battle possibilities here, so we want to watch out for that. I'm going to check this other side. Watch out for those trees. There could be anything up there, too. Not sure where the borders are with this map. Let's try to get back to some of these guys, see what they're up to. Friendly across the way there. Visibility super low. Can't see a thing, which makes it kind of creepy. These guys are going to head into the woods, maybe to grab some cover. Shots out. Oh! Going right into us. 2 down. Just didn't have my eyes open on that one. Let's spawn back on a squad leader here. Now, generally I do enjoy round-based, no respawn games like World of Tanks, the old-school Tom Clancy games. I'm sure there are other games that we could mention. Of course, War Thunder has a historical mode that does the same, although it's not necessarily round-based. It's more so you play a game, then you got to matchmake into another one. I think where they should resolve some of those things is create round-based modes so that it keeps the same players together. Although you are sitting there kind of waiting for the round to end, and most people are impatient for that. It works best in a shooter game like Rainbow Six and Counter-Strike, because the player numbers are lower. So let's say you're doing, you know, 8 versus 8. That's just something that, you know, people can wait for, depending on the size of the level, of course. Doing something like that in a game the size of Arma, not necessarily going to work, because nobody wants to sit around and wait for those people to find each other unless you quarantine the zones and maybe shrink them down, put some boundaries. So we're just kind of moving slowly. Again, this game isn't really about fast-paced shoot 'em up action. You know, this isn't Battlefield, even though it does support 64 players. It's not constant chaos. It's going to be slower paced, a little bit more tactical, and you're not always going to see me unloading an entire magazine. So, you know, if that's what you're looking for, I apologize, but not going to get it with this one. This is a realism server too, so there is still the bandaging. I think in classic mode, I forget, but I think classic mode doesn't have the bandaging, or it's so lethal that bandaging is pointless. As you can see, I've taken some damage there. Somehow I've managed to survive, though. Okay, I managed to grab that guy. I don't know if he took anybody with us. With him, I should say. Thought process on that one was just to stay back and cover the approach. Gotta watch out for friendly fire too, but we've got the nameplates above, so it's not horrible. Again, just trying to maintain cover for these gents. We could get flanked, of course. Alright, let's try to get up here and maybe get into the fray. I don't know if this guy has any targets. Uh-oh. He just took a hit, which means we need to grab cover. I don't like... Ow. was gonna say I don't like being alone out here, but yeah, that's what's happening. Alright, so... where's this guy at? Alright, that puts us by the red. We'll go ahead and do that. Maybe we can try to change classes, though. Of course, most people take the other weapons. Rifle, probably least popular amongst players that are looking for something a bit quicker on the trigger pull, I guess. I don't know. Oh, getting stuck on the terrain here. I imagine that this game in a different engine might be interesting. Unreal Engine isn't really known for... well, there are games that have used the Unreal Engine with larger player support, but I don't know that it always works out. Obviously, there's an MMO called Terra, which runs actually pretty well. Some of the best usage of Unreal Engine with large player support. There's also a couple of games by Hi-Res Studios that managed to do a pretty good job with things. Global Agenda being their MMO. And somehow that guy didn't kill me, but I'm going to have to try to bandage here and then get shot in the face by the time I hit the ground. Again, I need to really work on some of my controls a little bit more there, but that was a failure on my part. Although we did take somebody with us. Let's see where this guy's at. I'm not used to using the whole bandaging mechanic because I've been playing, or I used to play on the classic servers where if you got hit, forget it. I don't even think there was time to bandage. You're usually dead. Like, if this was classic mode, I think that guy would have killed me. I don't know how I feel about this map. It's pretty basic, I suppose. Nothing to write home about. And, you know, again, the Unreal Engine in regards to outdoor environments. I've seen some games do it well. Can't say that this is the greatest example, but there was a guy in that bunker. And I just shot him in the face, but what did he throw? A grenade at me? Oh boy. At least if you are on target and you fire, they're going down typically. Generally, everything that I've put my iron sights on has dropped, which is nice. Okay, just waiting to respawn. There we go. My reaction time is a little low, but again, keep in mind that I haven't played this game in months upon months. I mean, it's been a long time, so this is my first time back in since the last video I made. Alright, so we're gonna try to creep up this route. Grab some more cover. Hopefully not get blown to bits. We're shot in the face. For the most part, it's been a kill for a kill. No eyes on whatever that was. I see some muzzle flash. There we go. We got him. Nice. Fired. See, right for that muzzle. You got to look for those little things in this kind of game. And darn it, again to a grenade. And kill for a kill. Constantly kill for a kill. Every time I drop somebody, somebody else gets me. Right away. Within the first, you know, couple of seconds. Dang it. That's disappointing because it's very satisfying to drop somebody in this, but then you're hit immediately after that. Considering I only fired the one shot, not really exposing myself that much. But I guess I need to just... Okay, we lost a man up front. To what? I'm not sure. Artillery inbound there. Got some movement, but I'm not sure what it was. That's a friendly there. It's tough because we're fighting an uphill battle, and there's a lot of cover contact right there. Shoot and move. See how difficult it is to see that target? I had to basically sit still and scan for some sort of movement. On top of that, in some cases, I mean, we do have the nameplates, but I'm really just looking for the uniforms first and foremost. It's a body. I am thinking about the objectives as well, but right now, also just worried about grabbing some targets. Saw some movement there, missed the shot. Friendly moving up. Might need to adjust my mouse sensitivity a little bit. I have it on kind of high. Generally, I play with a low mouse sensitivity. Got one target there up to the front. I thought I saw a second. This thing has some mad accuracy, I'll tell you what. You'll find that a lot of times I'll just sit still. My eyes are moving right now, even though my mouse isn't, because I'm just scanning the screen for movement. Friendly's running up. Often, while other people move in, I'll just wait to see if anybody fires at them. And then try to provide some sort of cover. This game is also interesting because it has... Oh, got nuked by Artie. This game also has a cover mechanic. And there are very few first-person shooters that have a cover mechanic, and I really have to commend them on doing that, because it goes to show you that it is possible. We were talking about this a lot when we were playing Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and while cover mechanics in third person work the best, ouch. Whoa, okay, that was a terrible place to spawn, I guess. You know, this game does show that it can work, and it does work, and that they've had it for quite some time, and that there's no reason for other games to not inherit or adopt some sort of first-person cover mechanic when it is doable. A lot of games are removing features that we've had for years. You know, for example, the old Clancy games had the lean feature, and then the ability to, you know, poke up above cover and carefully open doors with your mouse wheel and things like that. Some things that Arma 3 is reintroducing, which is nice to see with the postures. So I am grateful for that. They are still missing the door opening techniques that Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield actually had, where you could choose to open a door all the way open, or you could gradually just open it with the mouse wheel, just peeking the door open, which was really nice. I think I see something right there, and it was like a piece of him sticking out, like his knee. Trying to grab some cover here. I've got the shrubbery in my way too, and it's kind of hard to see my target. Tried to lead on that one. I was almost thinking that that might be a friendly, but I didn't get a nameplate, and he was wearing a trench coat, and I think the Russians have the trench coats. See, because there's a friendly with a nameplate, so... Had some movement right about there, but... No dice, okay. Right now we're out in the open, so we're going to get hit over here. It's best to be in the shrubbery. Although it depends on options, I suppose. Because more often than not, people will turn down their graphics settings, removing shrubbery and things like that. I don't know if you can in this game. I haven't really looked into it. But there are games, obviously, that allow you to do it, and people will set their options to win, and they don't care about aesthetics or visual quality. They just want the best performance and the ability to see everything on screen. Kind of cheap, if you ask me. I think that you shouldn't be able to change things if that's the way the game is intended to play. You know, setting your game for performance is one thing, but I think it should be set in stone. I know in Arma, like when I used to play DayZ, at nighttime people would adjust their gamma. They would, you know, put the gamma all the way up so that they could see at nighttime. And, well, let's face it, that's cheating. That's not how the game is intended to be. And what can you do, though? It's just it's a graphical option that anybody's allowed to modify. So there's no avoiding that. And unless you remove the option from the game, what are you going to do? But on the flip side, it's also an option that some people might want to honestly just adjust to deal with their display, you know? So it's kind of tough. You know, what can you do in certain cases? But it's interesting. Ah, jeez. I couldn't avoid that for anything, and that was actually friendly Artie, I think. Pretty much nuked our team on that one. Where's our squad leader today? I don't trust following a lot of these guys sometimes, but let's see, where's he at? Yeah, see, if I'd have spawned on him, yeah, I don't know. Don't know that that would have been a good idea. When you're in a random game, it can get kind of messy. Oh! Oh, I'm screwed. I'm dead. I'm like passing out here. Much I could do there, I don't think. It's funny because my gut instinct will be, okay, slow it down, take your time, and I'll be like, nah, you know what, I can afford to move up a little bit. I can push in and rush, and then when I do it, I get killed immediately. So I need to figure the safe route, which there really doesn't seem to be one. If we look at this map here. I don't want to go prone just yet. Jeez. What was that from? I'm not even sure, actually. I didn't stay up long enough to see what hit me. It sounded really close. I don't know if it was friendly fire or not, but that's that. Most dishonorable. Okay, well, we got 7 kills. Considering that this is the first time I've played this game in months, and I've pretty much forgotten everything, I'll leave it with a smile. Because I think I did okay, all things considered. Not the best, but whatever. Came in late, don't know the map, forgot my controls. Yeah. So I might we'll see how it goes. I'm going to take a look at the community, take a look at some of the servers, see what's going on. I might do a few more vids for this. I don't know. No promises. So, again, no requests, please. But I will also keep an eye out on the new iteration of this from Tripwire. I think they're working on something that revolves around the Pacific Theater, United States Marine Corps versus the Japanese. And we'll take a look at that, see what's up. It seems interesting. Might be kind of nice to get a change of pace, and perhaps there's been more focus or attention to balance within that version. But I don't know a whole lot about it. Just a couple of things I read on Steam today. Haven't really been keeping up on anything related to the Red Orchestra franchise. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.